I ain't saying I'm the best, I'm saying I try. And when the bass hits your chest,
Kia ora, welcome back to the Fitzone Files, sponsored by Fitzone. Oh, and Kilcliff. Not really, but I'll hit her up actually. You should probably sponsor us. I'm sampling the Gangster Berry, guys.
And I've got lemon lime lightning.
That's good. Cheers.
Cheers.
Got vodka in it as well.
How quick we go.
Not on a Wednesday. Vodka at lunchtime. So today in the studio, aka the assessment room in Waihi, we have Holly Johnson. How are you?
Hey, I'm good.
What have you been up to?
I've been working this morning, so I've had a few clients in the gym.
Nice.
Training some people.
Alrighty, so we'll have a few icebreaker questions first that I have written down that I haven't. First things first, would you rather do 100, or maybe 1,000 burpees or run a marathon?
Ooh. Probably the 1,000 burpees.
You can knock that out.
Yeah.
Marathon's about 4 to 5 hours long,
Yeah.
depending how slow you are.
Yeah.
Okay, cats or dogs?
Oh, that's hard.
Okay, I was going to say, do you have cats?
Yeah, I got a cat. I found him.
Did it have a collar on that?
No, he was a kitten. It was wild. No, I didn't
It
take
was wild.
someone's cat.
Yeah.
Probably dogs. I've always had dogs.
Yeah, so how many dogs have you got now? Just the one?
Yeah, I've got one dog.
Shout out to your dog,
Evie.
Evie, and what is it?
She is
Oh, it's a bitch.
she's a Siberian Husky.
But she's a bitch, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because she's a sheep.
Yes.
That's what a
she's
girl dog is.
yeah. So technically it's not rude or swearing
No.
because it's a female dog.
Yeah, my mum always says that she used to breed dogs and she'll be like, oh yeah, my bitches. I'm like, okay.
Same with the greyhound racing.
Yeah.
They say, yeah, it's a brown bitch out of this.
Yeah, it's so normal.
It's normal, and I'm childish, and that's why I find it funny. Anyway, I digress. What's another question? What's your go-to favourite not bad thing, sorry.
Just cheap meal.
Cheap meal. I would say it's bad.
I think I've answered this before. It's either, can I choose the two?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Probably dumplings from Johnny's in the Mount or Burger.
I was going to say, isn't it that burger times 2 place?
Yeah. Burger times 2. Burger.
What type of burger are you running?
It's called I know straight away.
What's your order? Yeah.
It's called the McFly, and it's like a fried chicken burger, and it's got like bacon, cos lettuce, like aged cheddar,
nice.
relish, and then I asked them to take out the mayo and add their aioli because they do like homemade restaurant aioli. It's mean.
It sounds real good.
Yeah, and kumara chips.
Gotta have the kumara chips now.
Yeah, with the aioli.
All right. Cool. So we'll start from the beginning. Where did you grow up? Where were you born?
I grew up in Auckland, West Auckland.
You're a Westie.
And I was born at Waitakere Hospital, and then we lived in Australia for a little bit. Can't remember what the place was called. I think it was called Carry On, if that's how you say it.
Carry On.
Carry On.
Bit of carry on.
So we lived there for a little bit. Don't remember because I was really young. Grew up in Auckland, and then my parents didn't like Auckland, so they moved to Paeroa, and I've been there for 20 years.
20 years, all right. What schools did you go to?
In Paeroa, I went first of all primary, went to Netherton, which is just down the end of my road, real close, and then I went to Paeroa College, and then that was for year 9 and 10, and then for 11, 12 and 13 I went to Waihi College.
Oh, you went to Waihi College?
Yeah.
There you go.
Little Waihi girl.
What's your fondest memory of school?
Oh shit. Oh no, that's weird.
This is not planned this year. Just a little bit. By accident, you're allowed to swear.
You beep it up. Fondest memory.
What do you enjoy the most about school?
Probably art. I really like art, like painting and drawing, and like sports.
Sports.
Yeah.
You played. What were your sports you played?
I played netball. I played in the college teams, and then I played for the representative teams as well.
Yes.
And then outside of school, I did the the clubs. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
You played touch as well, didn't you?
Yeah. I played heaps of touch at Paeroa. Yeah, I haven't figured that. I played heaps of touch at Paeroa College, but not when I got to Waihi. I did it socially at Waihi, but not like as hard out as I did at Paeroa. But yeah, that was
Okay,
one of the ways.
brilliant game.
Yeah.
So after college, what did you first do when you popped out of college?
Popped out of college. I did real estate. So I did office administration, property management, and then real estate sales. So I sold properties.
Yep.
And then
How long did you do that for?
I did that for overall, like in total, I did it for 4 years.
Whoa, that's good enough.
Yeah.
Sweet. And then I think the next bit is you got a job at Fitzone.
Yeah.
So how did all that come about?
I was friends with Scott. You know Scott? Yeah.
Oh, what about Scotty? Shout out to Scotty.
Yeah, shout out to
See, he's
Scott.
on holiday actually.
Yeah. So he actually after real estate, I was working with my mum at the Paeroa Foursquare for a little bit.
Yes.
And then he came in one day as a customer and he was like, oh, like there's a new gym coming at Paeroa, you've got to go for the job, like you'll be really, really good at it and I know you'll love it. And then I was like, oh yeah, cool, sweet as. And then I seen the job applications come up and I applied and I went and had an interview with Emma.
Yes.
Shout out to Emma. And then
I was going to say shout out to my
oh, don't take it.
my lady.
Oh, nice.
I was going to say that the female dog thing was saying in there.
No,
Yeah. My sister.
no.
I'm just joking. Just joking.
And yeah, so I had an interview with Emma, and I guess it went really well because she hired me. And then we set up Paeroa together.
I remember her saying
Yeah.
it was a very good vibe. And
Oh,
I mean, anyone who knows Holly knows you don't mind a bit of a yarn.
oh nah, never mind the yarn.
But no, you were great. And yeah, you helped set up that from scratch. That was our first journey up from scratch. So what do you remember about that part of the journey?
I remember cleaning the windows with Emma and the like and all of it. Practicing the scripts and doing that sort of stuff. And I remember just thinking like, wow, there's a gym in Paeroa now, like a really, really good gym.
That opening day was cool.
Yeah, the opening day was cool. Oh my god,
It was epic.
that was hectic, but it was good because we were like signing. That was the best way to learn, I think, because
Just repetitive.
like I didn't know how to sign up one single
I
person.
think you signed up 175 people.
Yeah, after that day, I think I'd signed up like probably 40 in a row, and I was like, well, okay, I definitely know how to do this now.
I still remember we had about 4 or 5. We didn't have iPads then, but we had laptops.
Yeah, we were walking around with the little mini ones and we were like, yeah, can you
Katrina was there, and I was there, and Emma was there, and we were all like signing up people. I still remember a guy came in after we were cleaning up, and I was having a
Yes, you were
beer.
having a beer, yeah.
And he's like, oh, can I sign up? And I was like, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great day. It was awesome. It was exciting.
Yeah, we had the wines as well. What's it? Emma's favourite, Lindau.
Lindau phrase.
Yes, yeah, we were drinking those.
Yeah, so you managed, or were the team leader there for how long? 3 years? Was it 3 years? 3 and a bit.
It was 3 and a little bit, and then I came here to Waihi
To help do it again.
to help do it again.
So, yeah, what do you reckon the difference was from opening the Paeroa one to opening the Waihi one? Because you've done a couple now.
I think the difference was, well, obviously you'd done it before, so
we knew a bit more.
knew a bit more. Like we had that, we knew what we were doing, and
Done a lot
we
more
did it in a
research
week.
as well.
We opened this place in a week, man. Like it didn't.
10 days.
Yeah, it was good.
It's pretty tight at the end.
Yeah. I think we all were. I was in the middle of my cut too.
Oh, no, not the cut. We'll get to that. So, and then you we'll probably go into that then. So, whilst we were doing that and we had COVID all going on and all that sort of shit, your year goal that year was to do a bodybuilding competition. Do you want to talk us through how that came about to start with?
Yeah.
Experience doing that?
Yeah. So, we have every year at Fitzone, obviously, we have the yearly goal that we have to choose.
Scary goal.
Here is scary goal that we have to choose, and I always liked my building muscle and like my weights training, and I wanted something that would take it to the next level.
Push you, yeah.
Yeah, and so it was something that I always wanted to do, but I was a little bit too scared, and so when the goal thing came about, I was like, oh man, I've got to do it. It's my goal. Otherwise, I'd never do it,
Yeah.
And so I chose it as my goal, and all the training, just all of it, I've actually really liked it, as you know. I love that sort of training and just...
You really took to it.
Yeah, I did actually, and more than I thought too. I was like, oh, I'll just do it as this goal.
Same as well. I'm not saying you wouldn't do it.
Oh.
I'm not saying you wouldn't do it, but you really just got became part of your life pretty quickly, yeah.
Yeah, well, like, I guess it has to. It's that lifestyle. You've got to really give 100% into it. But yeah, I did it, and then still doing it. I love it.
So how did it go when you finally got up down? Because it was a bit of Mickey Mouse because of COVID, right? So they put it off, and then you ended up having just to go straight into the nationals.
So yeah, it got put off like 4 or 5 times because of COVID. And then eventually it got cancelled, and I was quite gutted about that because I'd done all the training and I was pretty much like 4 months deep into a cut by that point. So yeah, had to go straight into the nationals.
Yep.
I wasn't going to because it was in Wellington rather than just going to Hamilton, where it's like an hour drive. But I was like,
that made it better too, I reckon.
Yeah, kind of made it.
A bit more of an adventure.
Yeah,
and it was a bit harder.
Yeah, it was.
It's probably an experience you'll never forget.
No, I will never forget that, and I think it was cool because my mum got to come and my dad as well. So yeah, it just turned into like a little family thing, which was nice. Yeah.
How leading up to it, like, how nervous were you?
So nervous. I was shaking. Like, I remember this is what made it more stressful actually. So we were backstage and we were meant to be second to last. And or third to last, something like that. And then
did they pull you forward or something?
They pulled us forward right at the last
minute.
minute. Yeah, and so what you're meant to do backstage, it sounds really like cheesy, but you pump up backstage.
Oh,
and so
you got to. You got to be swollen and get out there.
you have like your lollies. I love sour lollies, and I hadn't had lollies in ages, so I was like real excited to have these lollies and all that. And then I like drank my pump drink or whatever it was. And I was just about to start doing my workouts to pump, and they're like, "Oh, bikini girls, you're on now." And I was like, "What?" Like, so here's me with my dumbbells. I'm like, quickly trying to get some sort of pump.
What do you remember from being out on stage? Do you remember much of it?
I went so fast.
It does happen.
It went really, really
not
quick.
that I haven't done it, but I mean, when you're doing stuff like that you pulled up for so long,
Yeah, when you're training that hard all year, and then you have that like microsecond on stage, it feels like nothing compared to what you've built up to.
You got all that nerves of building up to it.
Yeah.
You've done it. How did it feel straight afterwards?
It felt really good. I was like, whoa, like I kind of was like proud of myself for getting out there and doing it. I can hear Mum like she does this whistle, I can't do it. She's like, like real loud. Yeah, I could hear her doing that, and I just like got off, and then I was like, I knew that people at home were watching the live stream.
We were watching.
Yeah. And then so I was like, yeah, cool. Like, I don't know. It was just.
It's pretty cool though when you do something like that. It's pretty scary and way out of your comfort zone. At the time, like, it gives you the shits, but what you feel straight after is actually crazy,
Yeah. It's like, I don't know if you'd call it adrenaline. It must be a bit of adrenaline. Yeah. But it's like, it's just real cool. Like, I like the feeling of doing it because it made you kind of like proud of yourself as well.
Because it's not, it's probably one of the hardest things to do, a bodybuilding comp. But I haven't done one, mainly because it looks really hard.
And you love food.
That too. I love your beers as well.
And your beers,
Shock.
What is it, hazy?
Hazy pale ales. You can send some to 13 Short Street to the office. And that's it. Sweet. So what would you say to anyone who's thinking about doing it?
I would say if you're thinking about doing it, just do it. Definitely just go out and do it.
Just do it,
Just Nike, just do it.
Just Nike, just do it. But I think the key, and you'll probably agree, is like having a good coach.
Oh, definitely.
Having some good systems
Gotta
around you.
have a good coach. I couldn't have done it without my coach. Shout out to Frank. But yeah, I definitely couldn't have done it without him. I didn't know anything before I started doing it. So what I know even now, just in that 12 months,
that's right.
It's
learned so
crazy.
much, right? Because remember back before then, like you knew a bit about the gym.
Barely, but a bit.
I think the best thing about you doing that comp is that you actually made it. It's like now like fully part of your life. Whereas I think you used to work out and stuff, but it was just like
it would just be more for like fun, more like just to feel good, But,
which is that's okay too.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Nah, but it was
you got a lot more confident in around the gym. Some people coming in, like you could help them with heaps of stuff because you were doing it yourself. Which leads to the next part. So after that, obviously you're quite passionate about bodybuilding and all that sort of thing. So you decided this. Did you decide? You decided you had to. That you were going to look at doing personal training instead. So do you want to talk about how that came along?
Yeah, so after my training last year and feeling how I felt achieving my own goal, it was something that I always wanted to do even outside of school. I was like thinking about maybe being a PE teacher or like being a personal trainer, you know, something like that. The only thing that was kind of holding me back was like I was a bit scared of it being like unreliable income, that sort of thing. But I was like, nah, bite the bullet, take it, because I don't know, I think after how I felt doing my comp, I wanted to help other people feel that same way. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you've been PTing full time now for 2 months?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like 2 months.
Yeah.
How have you been enjoying it?
I really enjoy it. Like I love my clients, like I've built really good relationships with them, and I think they're getting really good results already.
Yeah,
like
cool.
We're taking progress photos and doing body measurements and body scans with the scanner here. And they're getting really, really good results. And I think it's like quite rewarding to know that you've helped them get there when they keep saying, oh, I couldn't do it before.
Yeah.
You know, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, I've lost this or I've gained this or,
That's the best part of it.
Quite cool, yeah.
When people start getting results or changing their life.
Yeah.
You have to have a positive effect on their lifestyle and their life in general. You could literally add years onto someone's life. That's what your job kind of is. Which is quite cool because you can do a lot of other jobs out there, but there's not a lot that you can say, I've probably added years to this person's life.
No.
Or I've made them a healthier person, or I've improved their lifestyle. So, bit of a plug. So how do you, so if someone wants to train with the Holly Johnson, what's the best way to go about it?
They can contact me through like Instagram or my Facebook page. I've got a Facebook page, it's just called Holly's Personal Training.
Nice. We'll probably put it in the link when I post the thing as well.
Yeah, definitely. So you can contact me through either of those things. Otherwise, we've got business cards here. You can text me, call me.
And you don't have to be in Waihi or Paeroa either, right? You can be anywhere in the world.
Yes, you can be anywhere in the world because I've got an app, so you can train. I do online coaching as well, so you can train with me on my app. So I do 6-week programs. You can jump on board on that if you're keen.
And that's found all through your Facebook page, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all on my Facebook page. Everything's there.
Cool. Got any questions for me?
Any questions for you? Now that Waihi's open and you know, we've been nearly a year open, how do you feel like that decision was for you in the end, like opening it? Do you think you made the right decision?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got a thriving community. The vibe out here is amazing. So cool. So, I mean, you have times where you're like, especially setting it up and all that, we have a lot of drama just with COVID and stuff. Like, who else didn't have drama? And you think, oh, what's the point? But then all it takes is one person, like your clients, right? To say, I remember someone, I've only been open for a week in this, I can't remember their names, shocker, can't remember anything, came up to me and said, oh, that was super. I said, oh, thank you so much for opening up here.
Yeah.
It's so awesome, it's changed their life. And I was like, well, that makes it worth it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's been great. And even if it didn't turn out that well, it's always a lesson, eh?
Yeah, always a lesson. But look at it like a lesson, that's for sure.
No, all right, that's been Holly Johnson.
Yeah.
I don't know, who's your favourite rapper?
My all of them? No.
You gotta pick one. It's at your funeral, and any rapper in the world can come and perform at it.
You're probably cringe, but Travis Scott.
That's okay. What about the baby?
Yeah, I really do like the baby. You like the baby, yeah. You did it at the start. I don't think we had this debate.
Yeah, not really, but then I listened to more of his stuff. He's actually really good.
Yeah, I like that pop song. That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
That's basic as, but I do like that song.
He doesn't. The good thing about the baby is it doesn't sound like all those other little guys.
We can't understand what they're saying.
Little something.
Or like young.
Little young kid. Little young Dirk. Sweet. That's been the Fitzone Files podcast. Like and subscribe. Thanks for coming on, Holly. Drink Cool Cliff. See you later.
Peace.
I ain't saying I'm the best, I'm saying I try. And when the bass hits your chest, you wish you would die. I ain't trying to confess, I ain't trying to lie.